My daughter was reaching out to you on that final day. Why did you respond the way you did? Not only as an instructor or professor, but just as a human being, that you don't talk to people that way.
Good evening. A Mesa family says their daughter was bullied, not by another student or at a high school, but instead by her college instructors.
And they say it led to her suicide. The family making the accusations in a notice of claim, the first step in a lawsuit they never filed, but it is now being exposed by 12 News investigative reporter Wendy Halloran tonight.
By all accounts, Kendra Parton was an overachiever.
School was her passion, her grades. She did everything 100%.
An honor student awarded a scholarship at Scottsdale Community College. An aspiring veterinarian winning awards and ribbons for her work with horses.
Just that the horse live with you at the trot.
A shy girl affectionately nicknamed Missy.
Good job, Missy.
Hopes, ambitions.
Yes, Kendra, good.
Plans for the future. Until
Couldn't find her.
May 9th, 2012.
Ended up finding her out back.
In a pool of blood.
I started screaming and shot herself. I wanted God to take it away because it couldn't be real.
Kendra Parton was supposed to graduate just 2 days after she committed suicide. She was interning with a world-famous horse trainer. Barb Haynes was her instructor, and Patricia Evans oversees the program.
I could work in a breeding foaling operation. I could manage a big show facility like Westworld.
Kendra had already aced most of the requirements of her internship. Now all she needed to do was a presentation about her internship in front of Evans and Haynes. And they didn't mince words in their critique. A struggle to listen to this presentation. This may be the worst presentation ever. Said too many times and complained about her hair. Haynes informed her that if she did not redo her PowerPoint, she would fail. This time around, no red lettering. She's to speak with confidence, pull her hair back, wear appropriate attire. No ums in her speech. If she could do all that, they wrote, she'd still only receive a C. Parton would reject the offer. She's in the midst of finals and didn't think she could get it done. She advises Evans and Haynes she's disappointed in the way she was treated and spoken to. There's a difference between giving professional criticism and being disrespectful and insulting simply because you can.
Made her believe that there was no way she could overcome what this woman was doing to her.
May 9th, 2012, 1:03 p.m. After Parton takes her last final, she reaches out to Dr. Evans. Sorry to bother you again. You are probably sick of hearing from me. For some reason, I find you to be an incredibly intimidating person. And to be perfectly honest, you scare the crap out of me most of the time. I am panicking, she goes on to say. I have basically wasted the last 2 years of my life and a lot of money at this school, all because of one presentation. At 2:31, Dr. Evans emails Kendra back, I am not going to ask Barb to change the grade you earned, and continues, if you feel that the past 2 years were a waste of your time, then maybe it was.
And she read that email, logged off of her computer, and then within 7 minutes of that, she texted her brother saying, don't come pick me up for my haircut, I don't feel well. And that was the last time anybody heard from her.
A gun in the house intended for the family's protection.
That's the gun that she used. It was supposed to be to keep her safe.
The toxicology report revealed she had no drugs or alcohol in her system, and her family tells us there's absolutely no history of mental illness.
Kendra did not have any mental health issues. She had no depression.
The Mesa police detective conducting the death investigation discovered an email in the draft folder on Kendra's computer addressed to Daniel Kaur, Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs, regarding Dr. Evans and Barb Haynes. The detective wrote, her letter is not a suicide note, but it does indicate how upset she was and the emotional impact her instructor's remarks had on her. SCC would learn of her death the following morning. Dr. Evans writes to the vice president. Kendra was offered an opportunity to redo her presentation, but declined. Kaur writes back, it sounds like every reasonable effort was made. The documentation in this case shows Evans and Haynes were interviewed as part of an internal investigation, but it wasn't recorded. Evans says her email to Kendra on that day was taken out of context, and she was very upset about the picture being painted of her and Haynes, and that everything was, quote, twisted around. Both women told the interviewer that they were devastated upon learning that Kendra had taken her own life. In fact, the interviewer noted Evans was so emotional they had to stop the interview several times.
Nearly 1,000 documents we obtained in this case from the Maricopa County Community College District reveal no disciplinary history on either Dr. Patricia Evans or instructor Barb Haynes. However, students have filed grievances against both women, but the district is withholding what the students were complaining about, citing student privacy laws.
And she said, "What is wrong with you? Are you stupid? Are you just drunk?"
Susan Carland knows all too well how Dr. Patricia Evans treats some of her students. She was in Evans' class in the fall of 2011.
She was mean.
And was worried about the younger ones.
There were a couple that were just reduced to tears on a regular basis.
Carland had enough and dropped the class.
I didn't feel like I'd quit. I felt like the world had just lifted itself off my shoulders.
But it's too late for Kendra Parton. All her family wants now is her degree awarded in death and for their daughter's instructors to never be able to teach again.
That the pain is like no other. It leaves a hole in your heart that never goes away.
No one from SCC was allowed to speak to us on camera for our story. A spokesperson says Dr. Patricia Evans has been on leave since November 2014 for reasons unrelated to this case. A statement reads in part, "Our sympathies for this family are as deep today as they were when this tragedy occurred nearly 4 years ago. It is still our belief that the faculty, while direct in their communication, had the best of intentions and wanted Ms. Parton to succeed. We asked the school whether Kendra's grade had been miscalculated. They did not say, but did issue this statement. The college administration asked the acting director of the equine science program and the chair of the division to review Ms. Parton's academic record and determine whether her work merits the posthumous issuance of a degree. After review, they have recommended that the college award the degree. We hope this gives the family some peace of mind. We let Kendra's parents know the empty frame they've got hanging on the wall will now have Kendra's diploma."
This is one of the promises we made Kendra, that we would get her AA degree for her because she earned every bit of it.
When I kissed Kendra goodbye at the mortuary, for the last time I told her I would make it right. Till the day I took my last breath. We would just like to tell the school and the administration, thank you for doing this, because this means a lot to us.
For 12 News at 10, I'm investigative reporter Wendy Halloran.